Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Movie Club. Me, AJ, Mike's along with me, and we are here to talk about the potentially biggest flop of the year.
We are here to talk about
Metropolis.
the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, soon to be classic, Red One. Okay,
Classic
this
bullshit.
film has all of the normal characteristics you expect from a Christmas movie, right? You got the big man, right? That's right, J.K. Simmons, right? You have The Rock, where we always expect him. We always remember just Tooth Fairy. We have some absurd acronym for some secret agency, because the fuck is this film?
This is, dude. This film had a $250 million budget.
Okay, so real question: 250 million. Like, is it just the top five actors are getting 150 mil? Like, how the hell does this film 250?
The first Avengers was 220.
I think the thing I want to say is it was very expensive to cover inflation. It kind of holds up though for being how old it relatively is now.
Yeah.
This film we will think it released on Netflix in like 6 months.
I mean, this is a movie that should have been straight to Prime Video, not theatrically
Also,
released.
Real question. In what? So, I understand this idea, right? This idea is Prime does this just to get the rewards and yada yada, and they just really care about the subscribers, the back end. What I functionally really and I'm truly don't understand is, right? So, in this stage is a streaming era. Who is a person who would be enticed by a rock movie coming out at this point that does not already, and would be someone who would sign up for something, is not already subscribed to Prime or Netflix? Like The Rock is such a penetration force that if you're a person who would have been screwed by him existing, you already have been.
Yeah. I mean, also, I get it, right? Like, it's MGM, technically, it's not Amazon.
At that point, this is just, but we both know at this point that's just like a technicality. It's not functional.
It's like, this movie should have been an Amazon original, slapped just smack dab on the front of Prime. Because I don't know if you had this as well. My theater, the audio mix was so flat.
Yeah, I think anyone's ever listened to this film who worked on it?
Like, there was no dynamic range in the audio. You know, it's like, obviously you expect kind of the shit on the front end, right? Like the commercials and stuff like that. You expect those to be pretty flat because those are ads that you see on TV.
And the other problem is also they don't know those ads. They're not going to custom make for all your theaters. Well, like they don't really care the same.
They're going to pump out, hey, this is the audio mix for this ad. It needs to work on everything.
Maybe there's an IMAX version if you're lucky. Like that's
not even that. It's, hey, this needs to work on phones, on TVs, on computers, in a movie theater, like in an airport. So the audio mix is super flat, very little dynamic range. And then 99% of the time, the movie has a completely different audio mix, right? Like there's dynamic range. There was no difference. In fact, I think the shitty M&M's ad for Red One had more dynamic range than Red One in terms of audio.
And you know what's funny? So I've seen this Red One trailer like quite a few times in theaters. I actually, as much as I kept being like, "Who wants this film?" and I stick with that.
Yeah,
it's not a trailer that's like, it's a forgettable trailer, but it's not a trailer like you look and you go like, "I'm offended by the trailer. She looks like a dumb film." And like, I think they've got the dumb film tone in this too.
Also, who's the audience that this is aimed at?
250 million audience. This is aimed at.
Right. This is the audience. Like, this is a Christmas movie. This is billed as like a fun family Christmas movie that's a little edgy. this is a pretty edgy, especially language-wise, pretty
Why,
edgy
historically,
movie.
we didn't have R-rated films with $250 million budgets.
Yeah. And it's like it covers Krampus, and which, by the way, the Krampus suit
Mhm.
is incredible. If this movie wins any award, it should be for costume design strictly for Krampus, because that was practical and very impressive. It should win every Razzie known to man, but it should at least be nominated for costume design.
You want to pull Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Film, sure.
The difference being like Suicide Squad's costume work was like there's just a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this was, it's actually, if we're only looking at the Krampus costume work, it's incredible. Everything else is like, it's like they walked into Erewhon in LA and like on a March morning and looked at what every dude was wearing. Okay, long sleeve t-shirt under button down and jeans with Ray-Bans. Okay, that's one of our characters. Right, that's literally Chris Evans' costume for the entire thing. It's like they spent $60 on costume work and 249 million, the rest of it on fucking Voss water bottles for The Rock to piss in.
Also, the rumor is The Rock was paid $50 million for this.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that figure. I have a problem. When are people going to stop having the wool pulled over their eyes about The Rock? Right? None of his movies are good.
And hear me out. I'm gonna say the thing that's gonna be the controversial thing. I think The Rock would be, if you, it's like, I'm saying the 250 mil. If you said a Rock movie came out every year with like an $80 million budget or $100 million budget, and you made it like that tight action film, I think movie studios would love him. The problem is they put him in these absurd budget films. And the other problem is he's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like if you said like he's like almost like a Jason Statham, he kind of does that. Like he comes out once a year. There's some very tight budgeted film, tends to make money. Like that's the window The Rock should be in.
Let's put it into perspective. Jason Statham did an Amazon original movie, The Beekeeper, and nailed that role. The Rock would never do that because he wouldn't be paid enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it seems to me that he is just, he has that mentality of, oh, well, I draw, he has the wrestler mentality, right? Like, I draw, I should be getting paid the most, and then I can just cruise.
And his problem's with the cruise part, I think it's honestly more.
Yeah. The only wrestler, the only wrestler that has made the jump and would take a small role, which we've seen, is Dave Bautista. Now, why is that? Right? Dave has fully given up wrestling. He's like, I'm never going back. I'm not going to do anything else. The Rock is like, he wants to be in Hollywood, but also he's going to headline WrestleMania in 25. Like, he's still got this mentality that he has the world by the balls.
Which I would also jump in a second before we get back to the film part. I want to compare The Rock to the obvious other counterpart in acting, right, is John Cena.
Yeah.
And I was looking this up while you're talking, just to make sure I was right on this. The thing with John Cena is he understands, because either he is a cameo where John Cena appears, or the films he gets to play in, right, of or TV shows or whatever tend to be he's a tighter like he's not walking into a $200 million film being like you're the lead. He's walking into like a comedy and it's a $50 million movie, or he's a side role in something else. So there's 8 other people to support him, and I think he's the one. I think as much as like I'll make fun of some of his film decisions and that one, like he at least I think like that part seems understood.
Well, he just does comedic roles because he has a blast.
Right.
I genuinely don't think The Rock likes acting. Right? He's not having fun. He's just like, oh, I get to get paid $50 million to fuck off for 3 months and work out and piss in Voss bottles and, delay production by 9 hours. And, like, there's so many horror stories around Dwayne Johnson in Hollywood. I hope this bombs so Hollywood snaps out of their infatuation with him. Because he's the only like advertisement, right, that you see. It's like, oh, The Rock this, The Rock that. If you didn't see, I think it was like the first trailer, you'd have no idea that Lucy Liu is in this.
Right. That's a good example. J.K. Simmons, even I don't know if you process, but
most of them they have at least shown J.K. and Chris, so you'd at least know, okay, they're in this movie at some level. But you have zero idea what the plot is. Like, which by the way, it's such a dumb plot.
This has to actually be The Rock's dumbest film.
You knew exactly what was going to happen. Like,
to clarify, this is a turn off your brain, like someone gets kidnapped, go get them type. Like you know from the trailer. To clarify, that's why we're not talking about the plot much, because watch the trailer, you get the film.
Yeah, you know exactly what's going to happen, and that's why like this movie should have been at most 80 million and straight to Prime for the holiday season.
And they might want to like make it on their back end, whatever math they do, make money. If you did that.
No, this movie's never making money.
But 80, I'm saying we'd cut that budget to normal most.
If it's at 80, yes, it potentially.
Apparently not based on the box office, but.
Yeah. I mean, if it was at 80, it has a chance to make its money back at the box office.
Which is what in theory, I'm assuming these streaming films, that sounds like their dream. They don't care about making it all back. They care about, can we make this free and now it's just subscribers?
Yeah. And I mean, it's just one of those where you're like, dude, this movie was more expensive than the Avengers, yet it looks like it was shot, 35 years ago when CGI was still rough. Right? It's so.
I just wanted to find. I think the Krampus films might look better, like be better shot.
Yeah, like kind of one of the big like CGI blunders that stands out in my mind that is accepted is the send-off of Paul Walker's character in Furious 7, I think it is. Because everyone was like, okay, dude's dead, like you gotta just do what you can. And it looks horrendous, but also, the fans don't really care. Or they acknowledge that it's bad, but they acknowledge the circumstances. This entire movie is like one after another of just shitty effects and like, I know the whole quote is, The Rock's like, oh, this movie was made for IMAX. Dude, if you see this movie on IMAX, it's gonna look so bad.
Okay, if you pay to see this film in IMAX, I judge you.
Yeah. The only reason you should be seeing this in IMAX is if you have a subscription like Stubbs or something like that. And you can see it in IMAX. If you're
paying the same or whatever, that's different. But I mean the people who are paying the IMAX surcharge. This is not one of those films.
No. Yeah, like I'm genuinely curious. Did this movie? Let me not use Chrome so it's not tied to me forever. Did Red One get a Dolby release?
It has an IMAX. I don't know if it's Dolby.
Because if it did, it says it has an Atmos release at AMC theaters. That might be the only saving grace for the audio. Is if you see it in Atmos. And like, you know, we've been mentioning the box office numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this in the, I believe it was the largest auditorium at the theater that I went to. And there were maybe 25, 30 people in a 200 seat auditorium, 225 seat auditorium.
The longer we keep doing this, the more like it's interesting how we've done something enough where we could just see the like, I like sure this COVID mess fucked everything up, but like a general decline, I feel like you could just kind of see happening in these theaters where I'm questioning more and more how long they're going to exist.
Well, especially like the box office cannot support movies like this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like there is no reality where Red One in our current reality makes money back.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to be forgotten about as quickly as people noticed it. You know, like there's going to be people that see this movie because Dwayne Johnson's in it. And there was a group of, I think it was like 6 women in my showing that, like, the first time Dwayne Johnson comes on screen, they kind of swooned. And then it was like crickets. There were a few chuckles because this is, let's be real, middle America, and they have zero sense of humor. Or such a milquetoast sense of humor that literally anything's funny to them. So it's like, you know, it's just one of those. This is one of those movies where I was just like, God, this is 2 hours long. Red One might be in the running with Borderlands for feels longer than it is.
Well, no, so Borderlands, because Borderlands is way shorter, right?
Yeah, Borderlands is like 80 minutes.
Yeah, Borderlands is actually like comically a short film.
And it feels like it's 2.5 hours.
Borderlands is also funny because we talked about it then was considering how much reshoots they did. I'd be curious like what percentage of the original film exists.
Yeah. Red One is 2 hours. It felt like damn near 3. Because, well, it's moving at a snail's pace and a breakneck pace at the same time. And you're just, it's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's just constantly bouncing between locations. But jack shit is happening. And you're like, oh, well, I see where the budget went.
Also, this film is like literally like 80% of it's just like, we're just going to have most scenes just be like, who can we just throw in here that already paid for and just have them do something? Like, it's funny like how few people are actually in this film. Like, that's also, I think, also probably makes it feel super long.
Yeah. The one saving grace is Nick Kroll. Nick Kroll acts his heart out in this movie.
Always acts his heart out.
And you're like, holy shit, why couldn't anyone else give this kind of performance? And you're just like, obviously, like you say, Nick Kroll gives his 100%, doesn't matter what role it is. It's one of the great things about it.
Just how Nick Kroll's not the actor we're yelling about here. Like, Nick Kroll, no one's saying he's an A-lister, but he also kind of understands. He found, like, Nick Kroll's a good example of, he found his niche, and he went, I'm going to run with it.
Well, not even that, right? Nick Kroll puts his heart into every single role that he's in.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He doesn't have this kind of oh well, he only shows up for big games mentality. A lot of actors do. Let's be real. J.K. Simmons, pretty good example in this movie. Chris Evans, pretty good example in this movie. And it's just like the scene with Nick Kroll, you're like, everyone else literally could have spent 10 minutes prepping for their role, and it would have made it 100 times better. Meanwhile, you've got Nick Kroll who's doing like Nick Kroll shit and carrying that scene. And you're just like, and then it's done and you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. This movie absolutely blows ass. Right? Like, there's zero redeeming quality to this movie because from the jump, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will say, like, the design of the North Pole is really cool. Like, it's straight up sci-fi shit, which is actually pretty sweet. And you know, the redeeming qualities of this movie are the Krampus costume work, Nick Kroll, and the visionary, whoever designed
Yeah,
North
but
Pole.
I could do that film you just described to make it 10 times better for 1/10 the budget.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
Like, we could do that film
Yeah.
for way cheaper.
You could make this movie for $60 million and do a lot of stuff practically, and you really only need to hire artists to build out a CG North Pole.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else you could do practical or on a set.
This sounds like a great $30 million Amazon Prime film to me.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like, it sounds like if you just take the actors and replace them with prime original actors.
Like, throw the Nick Kroll in there, throw in that little light stuff.
Yeah.
Like, but no. We have to live with The Rock being around all the time.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The Rock has charisma oozing out of every single pore of his body.
But, like, The Rock is a good example of if he showed up in a film for 30 seconds, we'd be like, that's great, we saw The Rock.
Yeah.
That's the type of charisma he has, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty harsh, but The Rock at this point is just a charlatan. Right? Like, he is that street magic performer that has got everybody's attention and everybody's enticed. Meanwhile, like, the audience of people seeing through the guys is getting bigger.
I think every movie.
And
like, if I was him, I'd be assuming that these might be my final year or two of, like, absurd contracts in Hollywood. Would be my assumption, unless something changes.
oh, at this, like, here's the problem. The Rock's gonna get on Instagram in a week and be like, you know, oh, such and such, like, you know, Hollywood didn't want us to succeed. Meanwhile, this film opened on like 4,100 screens.
Right.
They took over everything. It was a shit marketing, performance. And it's a shit movie, right? Like, there's only them to blame for the failure of this movie.
It's a Black Adam moment where he'll blame others.
Oh, yeah. This is 1,000% The Rock's gonna blame people for not getting it. It's like, nah, people get it. People get that your movies suck. That's what they get. So.
That is Red One. I think we both agree. Don't go see this film. Please,
Don't.
please to God,
Literally,
don't
like,
go see this film.
if you have any inkling to watch this,
Prime.
don't save the money. If you don't have Disney Plus, get Disney Plus for a month. Go watch the latest Planet of the Apes movie on Disney
Ooh.
Plus, because they have the raw version of it. It sounds awesome.
I was seeing people post with that.
And I'm like, dude, that's so cool. I wish movies did that. Like, streaming services don't have a reason to not have that stuff, right? Like, we don't have director's commentaries anymore. Shit, like, record a commentary, put it as an audio track or a version of the movie. I don't care. But give us the option. Like, it's gonna cost you what? A tenth of a hundredth of a penny to put a director's cut up on a server? Like, the cost is almost nothing.
Right. Versus the ROI of, ooh, this is something cool to see again, or whatever
it's a way to enter. It would get me to watch a movie more than once. Right? If I had, director's cut, the raw camera footage of Avatar, or the raw camera footage of Planet of the Apes, or
But that would lead to the age-old thing I think we've talked about before, where, and again, it's very, very minimal cost. But streamers have almost like this weird incentive of they don't want you endlessly on there because there's like this server cost tied to everything.
yeah.
It's a super weird, like they have this fine lineup. We want you just enough, but not too much.
Yeah. And it's like, I hope it actually did pretty well. The Mad Max Fury Road Black and Chrome version was first to release on digital, and then you could buy the Blu-ray of it. And that got me to buy that movie because it had that as an option. I think that's the last movie I bought.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that was the last movie that I bought. Because of that option. Because it's a great way to watch that movie. But for Red One, God, like, the only saving grace would be throw Nick Kroll on director's commentary and just let him rip into the movie. But they'd never do that because The Rock's ego is so fragile that, you know, somebody says no and he's gonna freak the fuck out. Yeah.
Sweet. But yeah, this is Red One. Please stay home. Don't go support this box office. Go find a different film. What the boxes of this month.
Literally go see anything else.
And we will be back after we have to
go see Heretic. Go see go see Venom.
Oh god, yes, go see Venom. Go have a good time.
Go see Terrifier 3. I don't know why that's still in theaters.
That is, yeah.
Go see Here. Like, Here isn't going to make its money back. And from all accounts, it probably shouldn't. But go see the new Tom Hanks movie. That's, like, go have a good time watching a Tom Hanks movie. Don't waste your time on Red One. Please don't.
On that note, goodbye.